The red flags are everywhere, and you're looking the wrong way. Some of the wealthiest people in the world are making critical moves with their money. And what you use as retirement, they trade. Warren Buffett is now signaling the systemic problem in the private credit markets. With non-bank financial institutions, about 5 months ago, Jamie Dimon warned, where there's one roach, there's many. What he was talking about is the private credit markets. Now, do you remember 2006 to 2008? And all I'm doing is sharing with you our thoughts, our research, and how we're navigating through this. And I've been trying to teach people since 2020. How we built wealth was in red, not in green. We started studying how billionaires and multi-millionaires move their money through the system. They don't wait for price predictions. They don't wait for hope. They have systems, processes, and structure. They exit in greed and they enter in fear. So this is where we build wealth. This is the type of preparation. We celebrate red and we exit in green. So Jamie Dimon warned 5 months ago about the private credit markets and what the private credit markets think of subprime mortgages. In 2006 to 2008, subprime mortgages brought 401ks and people's retirement to their knees, destroyed people's future. Then 5 months later, BlackRock and Morgan Stanley started to limit draws on private credit. Now, some of these are in your retirement. So what are the private credit markets? Private credit markets are non-bank financial institutions doing lending. And interest rates are at a low rate for a long time, guys. Remember when rates shot through the roof, inflation shot through the roof, the bond yields inverted, then re-inverted back, signaling recession. And we've been limping along in this economy. At some point, the economy has to crack, guys. So there's only one of two things that can happen. They're going to print the living shit out of this, devaluing your currency even more and bringing rates down and growing their way out of the economy. Or we're going to see a massive, massive meltdown in the stock market. Either way, what you use as retirement, they trade. In crypto, you have to accept we're in a bear market, which is good news. This is where you get wealthy. Now, I know it doesn't feel good if you came in at the top, but if you truly have conviction in what you're invested in, you should be celebrating this because it's your opportunity to bring your dollar cost average down. This is why we win. So pay attention to the private credit markets. You're looking the wrong way. Warren Buffett just did a video where he said March was nothing. And being the leader of Berkshire, he's had multiple 50% drawdowns. But that's where he built wealth. When the markets came down 50%, he had cash on the sidelines and he deployed into good companies at a fair price. So here's what I'm doing. I've shared with you my top assets in my portfolio. XRP is 43%, Bitcoin is 40%, WLFI is 4%, and Solana is 3.7%. I still hold HBAR, XLM, and VeChain, much smaller percentages. I'm only accumulating those top four. XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, and WFI.